Hi, and thank you for joining me for this video. So the TentBox Lite XL is well made, it's quick and easy to set up, and it has some great features, but it is expensive. So should you buy one? Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know. Now, currently, this TentBox Lite XL sells for £1,895. It comes in a choice of 3 colours: forest, slate and sunset. Now, this TentBox Lite XL is designed for 4-season use, so you can use it all year round. Now, when it comes to installing this tent box on your car, I'm not going to show you how to install it because it is advised that you watch TentBox's own installation video on how to install this tent box correctly and safely. So I will put a link firstly to TentBox themselves so you can go and have a look at their website and all their great products, but also a link to the video where they show you how to install this tent box correctly and safely. Now, when you've got your tent box all set up on your car and it's all closed down, the length of your tent box is going to come in at 183 centimeters. The width will come in at 120 centimeters and the depth will come in at 25 centimeters. Now, you do get a travel cover with your tent box. It is a really durable travel cover. It's made from a 600 denier PVC backed Cordura. It is also very waterproof. It has a hydrostatic head rating of 6,000 millimeters. Now, when it comes to removing this travel cover, the old cover used to have a couple of big straps that went all the way round. This new cover just simply has one zip, as you can see here, that goes all the way round. Now, the zip itself is made by YKK. Now, YKK zips are durable and they are anti-snag zips. Now, to take this cover off, all you do is simply unzip it all the way around and lift the cover off. Now, on the side of this cover, there are a couple of little loops here, which are for when you've taken your travel cover off. It can be rolled up and tied up, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. Now you've taken off your travel cover, you can actually slide the travel cover straight off, fold it up and pop it in your boot. But my advice is to leave it attached to the tent box. Now, I did say you can roll it up and tie it up. However, before you do that, I would open up your tent box. And the reason I say that is that if you roll up this outer cover, when you open up your tent box, the cover can get stuck in between the hinge, which can stop the tent box from opening out fully, or it could damage the zip. Now, before you open up your tent box, you will have to undo a couple of straps, one this side, one the other side, and then lastly, you do have a Velcro strap which keeps all the rungs of the ladder together. Just undo that. The next thing to do is to start pulling your ladder out. When you've pulled it a fair way out, then start pushing down on it. The top of your tent box will start lifting open. You can then fully open it up, adjust your rungs on the ladder accordingly, and then all that's left to do is to then roll up your travel cover and tie it up. The next thing to do is to set up your awnings. Now, you do have an awning each side of your tent box, but before we do that, we have to go round your tent box, and on each of the corners, you have to just undo a buckle, and also you have a little toggle. You need to just push it through the eyelet. You will then have an awning pole storage bag, and inside the storage bag, you will have 10 awning poles like this. Now, they are all exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which awning pole you use first. Now, when it comes to installing your awning poles, you will notice you have a trim around the base of your TentBox. This is to add durability, but also for cosmetics. You will then notice every so often you will get a little slit in this trim, and then underneath you will see a pre-drilled hole. What we're going to do is take the ends of our awning pole, put them through that slit and straight into the hole. Now I have to say these holes are drilled in at an angle. You're not putting them just straight in. When you've done that, you're then going to just lift this up and connect it to the top, just like that. All that's left to do now is to go round and insert the last 9 remaining awning poles. When you've done that, just go round to each of your corners of your TentBox, and where we undid these buckles, these clips, just simply clip them together again, and then just very gently tighten each one up. Now, having a quick look at the ladder is a telescopic ladder. It's made out of metal, but it also has a max user weight of 150 kilograms or 23 stone and 8 pounds. So it is more than strong enough to support most people's weight. Now, with the ladder, you can have it coming down on the driver's side or the passenger side. What you can't do though is keep unclipping this ladder and swapping it from side to side. You will have to decide what side you want this ladder to come down before you install your TentBox. So when it comes to the doors and the windows on this TentBox, you have an outer door each side, obviously, because you can choose what side you want your ladder to go. And then behind the door you have another mesh door which can double up as a window, and then you have 2 further windows, one on each end of your TentBox. They have the outer window, but they also have the mesh window behind. You can then just simply unzip and roll both of your windows or doors up to your liking, and then just toggle them at the top. Now, when it comes to the outer fly on this TentBox, it's made from a 210 denier polyester. It has a hydrostatic head rating of 5,000 millimeters. Also, on the outer fly, as well as the inner pod, all the stitching is double stitched and it's tape sealed, so it is completely waterproof. This outer fly also has a UPF 50 plus protection, and it's also breathable. Now, you can remove this outer fly and, as TentBox say, put it into summer mode, but I've got to be honest, no one really moves this outer fly. It is a bit of a faff to do, and to be honest, it looks better with it on, and it gives you extra protection. So I personally just leave it where it is. Now, when it comes to the actual TentBox itself, the pod, this is made from a 280 GSM ripstop polyester canvas. This has a hydrostatic head rating of 3,000 millimeters, and like the outer fly, it has a UPF 50 plus protection, and it is also breathable. Right, let's have a closer look inside the TentBox. Now, when it comes to the size of this TentBox, the length comes in at around 240 centimeters. The width comes in at 183 centimeters, and then the height comes in at 135 centimeters. So it's more than big enough to sit up in. I'm 6'2", and I have plenty of room to sit up in. Now, this TentBox is designed for 4 people. What I would say to you is that if you had 2 adults and 2 children, that would work fine. However, if it was just adults, I would say 3 comfortably. Now, in the TentBox, you do get a really nice mat. It is a 6 centimeter mat, and I would say it's a soft to firm mat. Now, some people find it very comfortable. Other people find it a little bit on the firm side. So what you can do, like most people do, they just go and buy a mattress topper And with that on top, it can just give you the softness that you're after. So a few more things to have a look at and talk about inside the TentBox. First of all, you do get several storage pockets on the inside of your TentBox, so ample storage for all your bits and bobs. You also then, with all this mesh on the windows and doors, when the mesh is zipped up, it's going to let in max airflow, but also help keep any insects out. Also, with a nice bit of airflow coming in your TentBox, it will help reduce any condensation. Now, a quick note on the mattress that I spoke about earlier. It does have a cover on it. It is a waterproof cover, and this waterproof cover can be removed and washed in your washing machine, so that is ideal. Now, this TentBox also, which I haven't mentioned yet, has two skylights, as you can see, which are fantastic. You can lie in bed and you can look out at the stars. Now, the outer fabric on the skylights is a PVC window. You will then get a solid piece of fabric like your windows and doors, but you will also then get some mesh to help, as I say, keep any insects out, but also to encourage airflow. Right, that's the inside of the pod. Right, let's talk about a few more things that you need to know. Now, when you purchase your TentBox, you will get a few little extras. First of all, you will get some like elasticated bungees. These are designed to connect each side of the inner TentBox. So when you fold the TentBox up, it helps pull the sides in. You will then get a couple of bright orange guy lines. Now, these are designed to clip underneath the overhang and then connect to your wheels. So if it was particularly windy, it would just help stop the overhang of your TentBox moving. You then get another strap, which is like a crossover strap. This too is designed to clip underneath the overhang, so you can clip or you can store a couple of things underneath. You then get a little welcome bag from TentBox like this, which is really nice. And inside you get a couple of bamboo toothbrushes. You get a couple of pairs of earbuds. You then get some fairy lights, which you can then decorate the inside of your pod, which a lot of people tend to do to make it nice and cozy in there. And then you also get a TentBox lanyard. So in saying all that, some handy bits of stuff, but also some nice touches from TentBox. So a few more things to mention before I go. Firstly, if you are interested in buying a TentBox, most TentBoxes are compatible with most cars, but you will have to speak to TentBox Direct to ensure that the TentBox that you're looking at is compatible with your car. Now, when you buy a TentBox, you don't get roof bars with it. So unless you've got a pair of roof bars already, you will have to buy some. Now, TentBox can advise you on those. Now, with TentBox, they offer a lot of optional extras, too many to mention in this video. But as I say, I have put a link to their website, so go and have a look at all their TentBoxes, but also all the extras you can buy for your TentBox. Now, you do get a 5-year warranty with your TentBox, and I have to say that TentBox's customer service is fantastic. From the moment you show interest to buying a TentBox, they support you every step of the way in making the right decision. But also, once you've bought a TentBox, they are there to support you if you have any issues or any concerns or any questions, etc. So yeah, their customer service is definitely one of the best I've ever dealt with. Now, a couple of big questions that do get asked is, how safe are these TentBoxes? You know, are they strong enough because they're on top of your car? I have to say these tent boxes have been designed really well and are super safe. Now I know some people have a concern with the overhang, but believe me, it is super strong. You also have the ladder there to support this overhang. But just to give you an idea, the max user weight inside this TentBox Lite XL is 300 kilograms. So it is more than strong enough to support a few people using this tent box. Also, this tent box in the wind, it has been tested up to 39 miles an hour, which is more than enough. Because to be honest, and I've said this in many of my other videos, when people go camping in tents, they are not going to be camping out in more than say 20 to 25 miles per hour. So the fact is that this is tested up to 39 miles per hour, absolutely perfect. So yeah, do not have any concerns with how strong or how durable this tent box is. Now, if you are interested in buying one of these tent boxes, you can actually make an appointment if you're not sure and go to one of TentBox's many locations where they can show you all their tent boxes and you can have a good look at them to see if they're for you. So you can organize that and book a slot on their website. Now, if you do get a tent box, I highly recommend you join the TentBox Facebook group. It is a fantastic group of like-minded people. TentBox themselves are constantly interacting on that Facebook group as well. So you can ask questions, you can tell stories, you can share photographs. And yeah, everyone is super friendly on there. And yeah, you'll get some great advice and a lot of help, whether you're just starting out or you've been doing it a while. So this is the tent box. I really like it. I'd like to know in the comments, what do you think about tent boxes in general? Is it something that interests you, or hey, maybe you already have one? So let me know in the comments below. But on that note, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And lastly, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.